So yeah, both these teams, I would say, is on par when it comes to skill, and with the amount of experience on the battlefield. So it's definitely going to be a tight game.
So I apologize to the guys on the stream. Somebody just let me know that they couldn't hear me, and I think my mic was on mute, Scully. So you were the only voice coming through. So when you said,
"Oh my word!"
So when you said Scully doesn't shut up, it was literally Scully doesn't shut up.
Scully doesn't shut up.
But
don't we have that voice indicator to give us an indication if you are on mute or not?
Well, it has been rectified now, so I'm back on the stream. Everybody can hear me.
Yes, thanks to the guy who let us know there, because I mean, if you guys had to sit and listen to my voice through this whole stream, it would have been a balls up. I can guarantee you that. Next time that you wanted to tune in, says who's streaming, it's Scully, then they tune in. Yeah, we're not doing that shit. Sorry.
So the game has started. I'm running here with Twaki. So we'll see how that goes. I can already see there's 2 flags that have been taken. That's D and E.
Yeah, but they can't go. Hang on, because if I look at the scoreboard, I see that there's only 11 people on the second team, which is first.
Yes.
So what's happening here? Urban Boris also, everybody spawned in there, but they're not supposed to, because where's this other guy now? It's first is short 1 player.
Well, unless First has agreed between the captains that they're 1 player short for whatever reason, and they've opted to play with the 1 player short. I mean, obviously we don't know. We'll have to check with the guys. But I mean, that's the only way this game can start. And it actually does look like they have started, because they are definitely contesting.
Everybody's everywhere. Yeah, I can see that.
Because
okay, so let's move in a bit, yeah.
So let's move over to...
which flag are you on there, Jaco?
I'm on D. I'm actually with Analog Set, who was attacking the D flag. I'm just going to go into a third-person view here, because the D flag is being contested. We've got Pondu, Vruchtevlieg, and Trevor here running towards the D flag.
Well, I must say that for the first platoon definitely got a hold of these 2 flags, D and C, at the breach very quickly.
Yeah, no, they moved extremely quick. So, a
lot of the guys here from the first platoon still at C, trying to move over and take D from VTRN.
Oh, and it's just Vruchte on D there, defending the D flag. There's a couple of guys from First now coming back into D, so I think they are taking back D. Of course, the uncontested flags on this map is the A and the F map. So those are the 2 flags that are uncontested and that the guys are not taking. Now the result of that is that on this map you can only have 1 tank, because one of the uncontested flags is actually one of the other flags that generates a tank, right?
Yeah, which is on, if you start on the German side, it's actually on the A flag. If you don't take the A flag, then you don't get the tank.
Correct.
I think that tank that they've got now, did it not spawn on E? Where did they get that tank from?
I think
No, I'm talking bullshit here. You don't have to take A. It is within your spawn at A.
Correct.
That's where the tanks are. So I don't know if VTRN took the tanks, or if they just ran past it and forgot to take it.
Well,
Because I don't see that they have a vehicle. Do they have one?
Well, Pondu is actually in a vehicle. I'm going to be driving with him now in a second.
I see. Yeah, he's here in this alleyway.
Yeah, let me just get up there to him.
Okay, VTRN pushing here for Delta.
Let me just swing over to Delta. I'm at C.
Fudgy doing a good job of cleaning the house here. Dolphy's in danger.
Yeah, and there's a bit...
Dolphy's defended himself quite well there.
Oh, the boss guy gets him.
Who's this? The boss guy got him.
Dragon Lee's still there. But he got taken
Can't be
out as well.
sneaky in a corner.
There are some VTRN guys coming in from the opposite side, and they are pushing on D. But they've got first has got their tank here as well, so it's going to be difficult for them to contest D.
I think your vluchtvlieg should have rather just not tried to shoot at Delta and rather just tried to flank to go E.
So first tank just got taken out at the D flag, and VTRN now pushing back into C with their tank, but that tank is taking some heavy damage.
See Boomy's running here towards D, trying to give some of his mates assistance here. We've got Pondu still in his tank, but the tank is burning. I don't think it's going to last long. He's going to have to get out of there and get it repaired. Oh, there, it's out. Trevor also tried to repair it, I see on the side there, but he got knocked down with the explosion.
Yep, and now the first guys are all, there's quite a number of first guys pushing into the C flag now. They will take C, and I reckon that they will have their eye on B next.
The only way out of this, in my opinion, my professional battlefield opinion, would be to try and flank and get to Echo. Well, I see we've got Twaksak on Echo. I think he's heard me on the stream. But we've got Raki and we've got Kill Switch here defending from the first platoon. They just took one of the other players out there, but Twaksak is still on the left-hand side. Urban Boris just spawned him on E. They're moving through the little house here by the stairs in the back of the alley.
The issue that you have now is that the only point that VTRN holds is the Bravo point. And, so they basically have to attack either C or D. First are defending both, right? So they're both defending the C and the D flag on both ends. So it's difficult for these guys to come through any of the alleys, right?
Yeah, and I see that there's only about 3. Okay, well, it looks like all the first guys have been taken out at E. So if VTRN can take hold of Echo, and then the shortest one would be Delta from there. But if you look at Delta, you can see Boomies, and you've got the boss guy, hanging around on D just for in case. But I see the boss guy has moved over to E. He's going to be met with about 4 or 5 of these VTRN guys. Some of the guys from there, we've got Raki and first now moving into E, coming down from the back way of the alley from their spawn point. And we've got Kill Switch and Boss Guy also in there. Vluchtvlieg defending like hell.
So at the moment, first is outnumbered on the E point. There is one first guy attacking there, but he's been taken out. So I think VTRN will now push on D, but the first guys have realized that he's been taken, and they are actually pushing back towards Echo as well. Now it does allow VTRN to maybe take a sneak opportunity. They can send some guys around to start flanking and maybe head towards either C or D from the opposite end.
Oh, hang on, something's happening at Bravo. Let me just go over there. I just saw the Bravo flag going down a bit, but we've got one squad here, Slash Toy, Jedi Joe, Flakvark and Sam Vermes, the guy with the scalpel, defending Bravo. So I think what the guys have done here, if I look at the way that the players are grouped, is that they've actually decided on which squad is going to defend which flag.
Yeah.
So we've got the first team coming back on Echo, and Urban Boris flanking Echo on the right hand side, and the back of the alley is going to go through the house. Now he's going to be met by Switch Switch and another guy who's that recce. First recce on this side throwing in a grenade. Ooh, no for me popper dance. Look at that. Oh well. All the VTRN guys were taken out here by Echo.
So I see that they are. There is some VTNR guys pushing on C and D periodically, but you've got a couple of first guys defending. Now at C there's a problem because there's a lot of VTRN guys coming into C, and there's not a lot of first defenders there. So I think first might actually get taken out here by number, unless they can rush in from, sort of back from E, which they are actually doing at the moment.
Yeah, I can see that there's Dragon Lee and Kutzer doing a good job at C.
Yeah.
Taking out some of the first guys there. Romeo on the bridge just got taken out by Pondo in his tank. It seems like Pondo is the resident tanker, yeah? These are VTRN's little Rob tanking hood. Mr. Rob riding hood there.
So, it's just been confirmed that first only has 11 players.
Oh,
so
where's the other guy?
So look, I mean, unless first, makes opposition to this, or as a query. I mean,
I'm sure they agreed. I'm sure they agreed on it.
It must be. I don't think they would start playing if they did
not
agree to it.
Yeah, no, like I said earlier, I've played with these guys and they're very fair. They're not a very aggressive kind of play type of personalities within both these clans.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they came to some sort of an arrangement when it comes to that. I'm sure that it's maybe someone has got some connection issues or something.
Yeah.
But we've got the first team pushing back here on Delta with Ramkat standing in the corner there, joined by Kill Switch,
and they're
doing a good job of taking back B.
And they're forcing the tank out of C as well. They've just actually killed Pondu in his tank, and they are forcing back on C.
Yeah, we can see we've got Urban Boric and Kutzer moving in on Charlie. Kutzer taking a duck there on the stairs. Some of the medics, like Kutzer, are doing an excellent job reviving the rest of the team, giving support. Awesome stuff. Great to see teamwork in action. Trevor mowing them down with his support gun. He's one of the guys that like to play support and add some ammo, give some ammo and so on. Just too many first players here on Charlie for Kutzer and Pondo and them to try and keep it, but they are doing a good job defending.
Yeah, and I see the medics, the VTRN medics are out in force. They are. Oh, and Pondo just got a knife kill. I didn't see on who that was, but it was definitely a bayonet kill on a first player there. And then we've got Fudgy here trying to hide a little bit. I think he's just going to go around the corner and then come back for C. There's a couple of first guys coming into Charlie, but there are a number of VTRN players arriving as well.
VTRN pushing back hard on D and on C. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, we see that they're only 70 points behind. So at this point in time, it can still be anybody's game. I would just like to see whoever's sitting here on Plaza Ruin, on Bravo, Flak Vark and this team, if they can help and assist to push on C. I'm sure that they will definitely do a better job in trying to take Delta and Charlie.
Yeah.
Because you've got 4 players sitting at the back here. You can, if you only have 2, it'll be sufficient, to stay alive and do whatever they want to do here with their strategy of trying to keep and protect one flag.
Yeah.
But to have one full squad at the back is definitely not going to help you in order to grab hold of Delta and Charlie.
Correct. So, Scotty, I just want to confirm that it seems that there are now 12 players on each side. So I think there was somebody who was having connection issues, perhaps, because the first team does now count full as 12. So it could possibly just be a late arrival.
Correct, and I'm trying to see who it is. It must be Mr. Jason Camera there. I didn't see him earlier when you read out the name, so I think it was Jason Camera that came in.
possible.
Could be mistaken. All right, so Charlie, Delta, and Echo in the hands of the first platoon. Some great war happening here in down in the bridge or the tracks. This is actually one of my favorite maps to play. I don't know. I've just got there's just something about this map. I think it's because of the Delta and Charlie that's so close to each other.
Yeah.
And different flanking routes, that's available on this map that makes it such a great map to play. And the other thing that they've added on this map was the update for Frontlines, because Frontlines wasn't available on it.
Yeah.
But they have added it to this map now, which is awesome. Sorry, you were saying, Jacob.
So, I'm running here with the Zweep player, and he was just knifed by Dolphy.
with a Dolphy with a bow knife. Yeah. So he also packed a knife for this game.
Yeah.
Pondu back on Delta, yeah, with a tank.
Let's drive with Pondu for a second, eh?
Yeah, we've got. Yeah, you will see. There's a lot of assault guys. Yeah, the tank's out. Sweep, and I think it was Raki and some of those support guys did some good work there on the tank. Took it out.
But,
first still defending Delta.
But what I notice about the way these VTRN guys are playing is that they keep on switching up their strategy, right? If they see they're attacking C and it doesn't work, they flank and they go for D. And they have been gaining points back every time when they've done that. I mean, they're not far behind. At the moment, it's about 80 odd points. Difference between the two teams, which is not that much, and I think it's because of the strategy at VTRN is if they attack one particular flag and they see there's too many guys defending, then they sort of switch up the strategy and go for a different flag. But the first guys are defending like crazy. I mean, there's
absolutely, but I still don't think that it's a good strategy to keep so many players on Bravo or the Braai flag,
Yeah.
Having a Braai at B, it's definitely not going to work here, because what's happened now is if you just zoom out a little bit and you look at a top view here from Bravo, Jacob, you will see that, they came from Delta and Charlie both down the alleyways there, and they actually kept VTRN from moving away from Bravo.
Correct.
So so they've got them cornered here, and they were actually, the first platoon were actually starting to take the B flag.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when you get cornered. Basically, that's what they did here, they got cornered. But I can see some of the VTRN players moved down to the right-hand side, taking on C. But if you go and look at C, you will see that there is 3 or 4 first platoon players still hanging around at C, right at the back in the alleyway.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a good move to keep a few players there, but you don't need as many as as VTRN has got on B.
Yes.
Bravo flag, I would say 2 people is more than enough. One can stay within a building and the other one maybe on the side, defending, and if something comes in, you can just go in for the kill, attack and defend, and then move out into a safe place again.
Well, the reality is that if you've got one of these bridges, then you're literally closing one of the gaps that the guys can actually come through. So if you've got at least one, then you're already closing one route. If you hold 2, then you make it extremely difficult for the guys to go through the alleyways.
Yeah. You see, what I would have done is I would have tried to work my way to the left-hand side from D, try and move over and do a flank on E, and have one individual in that vicinity at the back of E to be used as a spawn beacon.
Yeah.
So at least you've got like 4 guys that can spawn on you always. Because what's happening now is, even if you take E a little bit, it goes down, you're distracting the other team to go back and defend and take that flag back. So you're weakening the amount of players that's actually on the tracks.
Correct.
The defense line that they've got going there. Yeah. But as long as nothing is happening at E, these guys, the most of the team, if you look at where Raki is situated, Raki is right at E. He's the only player sitting there waiting, checking the flanking routes, making sure that nobody comes through. But that is the same strategy that VTRN should have taken earlier in the game, to have someone sit and wait at the back side or the far side of E. So if the whole squad gets taken out, they can use him as a spawn beacon coming from the left in the back alleyway, and then just try and take E constantly. Because the more that you try and attack the E flag, the less people you're going to have on your defensive between C and D.
Yeah, now look, I mean, something that I have to mention is that the first guys actually picked Argon as a map tonight. So this map, Amiens, was actually the VTRN guys' pick. So I assume they had, some sort of, strategy around keeping that B flag and then attacking with the tank from the back. But like I said, there's just so many guys, first guys, defending the C flag, which is by default the flag that the tank attacks every time. That the tank gets there, sort of attacks the flag, takes the flag halfway and then gets taken out.
Correct.
So it's very difficult then for the VTRN guys to maintain that flag, once the tank goes, once the tank gets taken out.
Yeah, but if you're looking at numbers now, you can see that the VTRN team has got 4 players on B, so which means that they've got eight players on the front lines trying to attack and defend.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at the first guys, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys plus a tank, so 11 guys is right on the front lines on D and C.
Yeah.
So the defense that they've built up on D and C is tremendously high.
Correct.
And it's going to take a lot of effort, for these guys to try and push through. That's why I say, if you leave 2 guys at the back here, at least you've got 10 to push. And 1 or 2 of them are definitely going to come through, which you can make your way through to E, and then try and take that flag and E on the E side, and then obviously use yourself as a spawn beacon. But that's only me. There's no rules against playing sneaky or scaly.
There we go. That's the game. 374,
yeah.
376 for VTRN and 500 for First. So well done to First on taking that first round.
Yeah, and VTRN also putting in a good effort there, trying to take back some of those flags.
Yeah, look, I mean,
there we've got the best squad there, VTRN. Those guys played really well.
Yeah, that was Dolphy and Pondu. I think Pondu decided to be the tanker there, and you can see Pondu's kills there, 36-9, which is pretty much a good tanking score there. They're very, very, very good. A couple of high carries.
If I look here at Slash, Dragon Lee and Sam, I think those were the guys who were sitting at the back, and Vlakvark defending the Bravo flag. You can see that their kills are not as high as the rest of the guys, because they were basically the defensive position.
Yeah.
But I would have swapped things a little bit around there. But that's only me, obviously.
Yeah, look, I mean, to be honest,
I can only speak on what I see.
Yeah, and to be honest, the VTRN guys, the props that I have to give to them is that, you could see as the game progressed, if they saw, something wasn't working, you could see them change their strategy in the game. But I think of they realized that sort of halfway through the map, which might have been a little bit late. They definitely gained some tickets back on that map. Came back from a bit of a difference, but at the end it just wasn't enough on that map. Now this map is actually the first pick. So this map was picked by First. So obviously, First has a solid strategy on this one. And we'll see what the guys come up with. I'm just looking at the scoreboard, and I see there was some swapping when the service started. So they are waiting for 2 players just to swap over, which is Analog Set. 3 players, Analog Set, Boss Guy and Sweep, to swap back over to the American side, which is the side that First will be playing, and VTRN looks like they will be playing the German side.
Yeah, Argonne Forest, one of the maps that most of the guys use, especially new guys, use the shotguns on. This is the shotgun killing map, one of the maps that is not my favorite, but it's not too bad to play on. But if I had a choice, I wouldn't choose this map
Yeah.
as a match map because yes, it's also been played to death.
It's also not my favorite. Look, maybe just something about the competition which the guys don't know, and maybe I'm making it too public. If you read the rules correctly, the only banned shotgun is the Model 10A, which means that the other shotguns are allowed, right?
Yeah, but you shouldn't say that on a live stream.
I laughed at. I think it was a comment from Tackleberry the other day. Somebody asked the question on the Discord group, and his response was, "You're right, but cease." So I thought that was very funny.
That's like throwing someone with a turd.
Yeah, no, it's probably not. That's why I said I should probably not say it. But let's be clear about the rules. Guys, then just another thing that we saw on Discord, and maybe while we're waiting for the guys before they start, it's also worthwhile mentioning. I've had a couple of questions from the community around the MPV scoring system. We did actually put out a post, but maybe let's just, for the live stream purposes, also just inform you on that. We have decided for season 1, we will actually not be using the MPV system purely because of the fact that if you play on these password protected servers, at the moment the scoring does come up as 0. We actually hoped that the new patch or the new release will actually fix this, but obviously our tournament started before then. So we had to make a decision, and the decision was for season 1 not to use MPV. That will definitely be back in season 2, provided that the scoring is of such a nature that we can see the scores at the end of the round. But for season 1, MPV unfortunately will not be present in the game.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is, even if the scoring does not work within the second kicking of the second season, if the scoring behind a password protected server does not show, we can always, because we are doing it on EU rented servers, I mean, we do have admins and so on. So what we can do is we can just let the guys not put a password on there. And then if randoms come in, they can just be kicked, because whoever rents the servers can add, like, I'm not sure the amount, but you can have 5 or 6 or 7 admins on there. And as soon as you see someone coming in, which is not supposed to be on the server, you can just ban them. You not just kick them, but you ban them, so they won't bother you to come back again.
Correct.
So there is but obviously we were pressed for a bit of time, so we couldn't figure all of this out. But I see the game has started, so let's start talking game.
Yep, so I'm on the C flag here, where first is busy taking the C flag. They've taken out a couple of VTRN guys, but VTRN has taken B and now attacking onto C. There's quite a few VTRN guys, but there is some flanking going on by the first team. So I think they are trying to head towards the D flag, but a lot of VTRN guys.
Yeah, I see 2 of them, Pondu, and I didn't see the other guy's name coming through here together with Trevor, coming through this little back alleyway. But they were taken out by the first guys who actually flanked them from behind, and they got caught in the middle there.
Correct.
We've got Urban Boris and Kutzer taking charge of C, but we've got like 4 of the first platoon guys trying to defend that flag. Urban Boris still alive, Pondu spawning on the bridge itself, and they must be careful because we've got Fudge on the backside. He just flanked them, took them out from behind. Yeah, that was
it was a very, very good move by Fudge.
That was, I didn't know what to say there. But we've got Trevor again. Yes, now it's such a big push to get back to C again. You see, this is why I don't like this.
Yeah, it's this.
Because if you strategically place yourself, if you place your team well on the C flag, on the flanking sides, like on the right hand side and on the left of the train tracks, and you've got a few guys on top of the trail tracks on the bridge itself, then it's quite difficult to take that flag back.
Yes.
Especially when you've got some good medics around. So we've got Kutzer, he's doing a flank maneuver here, but we've got Skill Switch sitting waiting for him. You've got Twaksak also coming in on the left-hand side. They're going at it toe-to-toe. Yay, Twaksak made it through. Got a flank.
I was actually running with Twaksak in first-person view when you made that kill. So it was a good shot of that, because I think it was only one defender that was on him.
Yeah, there was a good one there. I see Kutzer and Pondo is also at the back here. So we've got Kill Switch and what is it? Swain, Wayne 102 back here. Reki just took out 2 of the guys here. Damn. Pondo coming in alone. He's going to be met by 3 of the guys from the first platoon. Yeah, I think you better make a run for it, bro. Just stay safe. Stay safe. Ah, he took him out, Pondo. Good effort, though. Good effort there from the VTRN team.
Yeah.
With that flank.
Now, of course, they have to spawn all the way back at home, because D has been taken in the meantime.
Yeah, Delta's gone.
So I'll be heading over to D, because this will now be the contested flag. Equal numbers, roughly, here at Delta, VTRN and first, but VTRN comes in from a slightly better position, and I think the first guys might get taken out here because the numbers are growing on the VTRN side. And indeed,
yeah, let me just check on the right hand side there. Sorry, Yaku, on the right hand side, see we've got Boomies coming in here, taking out some of the VTRN guys. Okay, VTRN is definitely going to take Delta back.
Yeah, you've got some first guys pushing in from both sides, but the VTRN guys are well positioned, a little bit higher. They've got some height advantage, so if they play it smart here, then it'll be very difficult for the first guys to get in, unless they get into this bunker.
And where's the flanker? Where's the flanker? I don't see any flanking happening here. Okay, yeah, we've got some flanking happening. We've got Urban, Boris and Pondo moving on the right-hand side of C. But they're going to be met here with Kill Switch, who made himself a nice little nest here in this little house.
I'm still on the
Pondo and Boris just took him out.
I'm still on the D flag, just watching VTRN closing this, because there's still 3 first players attacking on the D flag and 4 VTRN guys, so it's almost a one-on-one scenario here.
That's okay. I'll be your eyes and ears here on the D flag. Oh, we just had Pondo and them coming through here doing the flank. Pondo is still alive. He's on the backside of Bravo, which is a good move. So he's in a safe zone now. I don't think that the guys know that he's there. I'm sure that some of his teammates are going to spawn on him now, and they're going to take this B flag right from behind. But they must just be careful, because there's one first guy there. He's patrolling the top side of the B flag. You know, there on that little hill there.
Yeah.
Pondo and Dolphy coming in. Switch just Swan just taking aim here behind one of these trees.
There we go.
Pondo took him out. Nice. So now it's fair game for Bravo. 2 of the VTRN guys on Bravo. How's it looking there by Delta?
Well, actually, I've flown back to Bravo, yeah, because I wanted to see what the VTRN guys were up to. They are now 3 here at the Bravo flag.
Yeah, you can see here that who came in here. I think it's Raki that came in here. We've got Jason Camera also coming in, Dutchman coming in, Ramkat coming in.
Yeah, they don't like
from the train track side.
They don't like that B flag being taken.
But you see now, this is what I was talking about on the previous map. If you irritate that team with their first spawn point, they got to make the defenses weak between the secondary and third flags.
And
you know, and they because they
taken that Bravo flag now, so now it allows them a good push on C, with some of the other team guys spawning on their home side pushing at D. So they have an opportunity now to take some flags back.
Okay, but while we said that, something happened, because I don't see. Oh, here we still got 3 VTRN guys sitting here doing a good job. Yeah, you see, because now what's happening is that you can have VTRN defending or attacking basically from both sides.
Correct.
So to have the middle flag is obviously a bonus, but if you can have the Bravo flag and the Delta flag on this map, you know you've got a good chance of winning. But you have to defend like hell. Okay, we've got the first team coming in from the train track side on Bravo. Guys coming through the door. You've got 3 or 4 of the VTRN guys inside the building trying to defend you. A lot of guys got taken out. We've got Urban Boris left here on the Bravo flag.
And I think they just got him as well.
He just burned. He went for a braai.
So I'm running with the Romeo CF20. He's here on the B flag, taking that back. And I think when we're done here, I want to quickly pan over to the Delta flag, because that will now be contested again. Obviously, the VTRN guys are going to be.
That was a hell of a show, yeah, by Bravo.
Running in from that side.
We've got Twaksak, Kutser, and Vruchtenvlieg here on the Charlie side at the bottom. They're going to move up to the top side of the flag to try and take it. We've got Dutchman defending. Just got taken out there by Kutser. There was some good play there, but he must be careful. There's 3 of those first guys right on top of him.
The other thing that I the other thing that I noticed, Scully, is that I mean, if I look at a guy like Kutser, he was playing medic the previous round, right? And now he's playing support. So I'm wondering whether there's some strategy on the VTRN side to play certain players on certain maps. You know, maybe a medic on one, a support guy on another. I'm not sure. Definitely Kutser playing support this round, where he was medic the previous, right?
Yeah, I think playing support on this map is one of the good positions to have, because especially if you know some of the new weapons that came out. But that's obviously banned. But you know, some of the support weapons are good on long distance defending, you know, especially if the guy starts running over the bridge and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say in a close quarters map like this, you don't really need a lot of support guys, mainly medics and assault, you know, because it's defend and attack, and it's very close quarters.
Correct. So I'm running.
All right, VTRN, but Delta back. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, they must push for C now, man. Push for C. Push on, man. Push on.
So I think what it looks like is there's definitely a couple of VTRN guys hanging back, and probably the idea is defending that flag. And then you have some of the other VTRN guys, you know, Trevor, Dolphy, these guys, and they look like they are pushing up to, you know, go for the other flags.
Yeah, when you look,
what they should watch is the first guys flanking, you know, on the left side of C.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I can see that the first platoon definitely has got, you know, mastered the flanking routes of this map down to a T here, because you've got, we've got 2 of them, Fudgy and Sweep coming around on the right-hand side. Analog came right through the middle, and you've got Boss side coming from the train track side.
Yeah.
So as one, you know, they moved in from all directions on D, and I'm sure that they're going to take it. But we've got Slash and Sam, Jedi Joe and Flakvark. Flakvark is actually a sniper. And I mean, why would he be a sniper? He's a bloody good medic. I wouldn't have put him in that position. I don't know what happened there. Well, he took down a few of the guys there, but obviously he's going to be met with fire and fury from Sweep.
And we've got Analog said they're reviving like a crazy guy. So he's also making sure that his team stays alive. And I guess the difficulty with a sniper on this particular map is that if you are defending the back flags, you know, you can play well as a sniper on this map. I mean, if you're defending A, maybe even B on the one side, and if you're defending E, and not really D. But this is not a sort of an easy map for a sniper to play unless you are shooting from, you know, way back. Now, unfortunately, with the 2 flags A and E being uncontested flags, it makes it more difficult for the snipers, because they actually can't go that far back. There's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
So they almost have to come into the fight with B, C, and D, and then it becomes uncomfortable for a sniper being that close to the action, right?
Correct. And I mean, I've only seen a handful of guys like Cookie and what's that other sniper from AOV? Well, he was with AOV. I'm not sure if he's there anymore. Help me out here, Yaku.
Repenix, isn't it?
Repen X, yeah, that's the guy. You know, it's only a few guys that I've seen, you know, playing with a sniping rifle on this map that can actually play close quarters as well, and like medium to long range distance.
To be honest with you, I think Repen X is still with AOV. I don't think he's left.
Oh, is he still there?
Yeah, I think he's still there.
But I think, why do I have the idea that he's with Wolf? Oh, maybe because his avatar, the little emblem that he had a while ago, is something like a wolf or something, a white wolf, I think I saw.
Yeah. So VTRN has taken back D again. Again, I mean, I've got to give the VTRN guys, props. They get smashed on a flag, but then they don't sort of lie down, right? I mean, they don't let first, stick on the D flag and hold them back at base, right? I mean, they fight them off, take D back, and then, try and flank and go for C. So there's definitely some strategy on the VTRN side, but I do think that first just knows this map inside out, because you can see the guys continuously running the flanking routes, coming from the sides that are not protected, not watched, and VTRN is taking a bit of a beating because of that.
That's exactly what I saw the boss guy did now. He went down on the train tracks on the left-hand side, passed the flag, and then came from the spawn point, flanked the D flag from the side there.
Yeah.
And that gives him the opportunity for his not only his teammates to spawn on them, but obviously you will have the VTRN guys more focusing on what's happening, who's coming from C, instead of looking their backsides to see who's flanking them.
Correct. So we've got a couple of the first guys here on C, just making. Oh, but they actually just got taken out by Twaki.
All right, I'm moving over to Bravo. I see Bravo is being taken down. Charlie is also going down. We've got Vruchtenvlieg and Urban Bodies here by Charlie. It's going to be met by Jason Camera from the first team. Good defense there. They took him out. But where is Vruchtenvlieg running to? Vruchte, you need to come back, buddy. Take Charlie. Don't run around in the bushes. That's football now. There we go.
There's a couple of first guys. Oh, but they both got taken out by Twaksak. And Urban Body's just on the bridge here, but I think somebody saw him, and that's Boomies, who's just taken him out.
Yeah, I see first platoon moving into Bravo. Pondo's still alive. Charlie again.
Yeah, they're moving into Charlie as well, so they're taking back Charlie.
Twaksak of Vruchtenvlieg.
There is some VTRN guys coming around, but they were outnumbered by the first guys, who has taken back Charlie now. I see D is being taken back by VTRN. That might be from the base side, so I reckon these guys from first are going to try and take back their home flag at B first.
Yeah, there's still one guy, two guys left there, three. Dolphy's still inside, but he's going to be met by about 5 of these first guys. I think they took him out now. Yeah, first platoon taking back Bravo. But we've got Trevor on the train tracks, laying low, waiting for some of the guys to spawn on him. Yes, so we've got Dragon Lee coming in, but we must just be careful because there's like 6 or 7 of the guys here. So Trevor doing a good move, going on the left-hand side.
I'm running with Analog Set here in first person, and he's on Charlie. And I think he's defending here, but he got taken out by Urban Boris. So Boris is obviously heading back there towards Charlie and trying to take that one back. VTRN are taking back Delta as well, but I think that's the home base guys strapping the Delta flag there.
Dolphy, Trevor and Pondo on Bravo. And we've got Kill Switch and Dying Dutchman here from the first platoon. Only Dying Dutchman is left. He took out, he took out 2 of the VTRN guys there. Pondo must watch out, just right by the door. Let's see what's going to happen.
So Ricky's
Pondo got toasted. Pondo got toasted. Trevor's still sitting in the corner there. He's going to be met by Raki. Took him out. Well, it was a good defense, but a good pushback there from the first team on Bravo. You see, that's one of the flags that you don't want to lose.
No.
If that's your, let's call it your home flag for this scenario, but that's one of the flags that you don't want to lose. But if you get irritated on that side, obviously, like I said earlier, it makes your defense weaker on the front lines.
Correct. And now, of course, there's a lot of the VTRN guys now from, basically coming from D, and they're being met with quite heavy resistance on the bridge here, because there's a lot of first guys positioning themselves either on the bridge or around the bridge to cover the flanking positions.
I would just use Vlakvark and Jedi Joe to come out of D and rather use the flank routes on the left-hand side of C onto B again, instead of sitting here on D.
But now if you look at the VTRN guys, it seems that there is a number of them that have decided that flanking is the alternative on this map, and they are trying to push through. Pondu and Dragon Lee, those guys, they keep ending up at B, so obviously pushing the flank routes.
That's good, but the only thing that they have to try and remember is you can't try and take these flags by yourself.
No.
They need to wait for their teammates to spawn on them so they can take it down quickly, because if you are, look, there you can see Raki moving in, Switch, Dying Dutchman, 4 or 5 of these guys of the first platoon moving in, and you've only got Trevor trying to take Bravo.
Correct.
So obviously you need a lot more manpower in order to get that flag quickly, get it down, and get the job done. But if you're only there by one of your teammates sitting there trying to take a flag, and you're going to get met by 6 of these guys, it's going to be night. Dit gaan nag wees.
Nag wees, papa. No.
Dit gaan nag wees, papa. It's going to be night, man. It's going to be night. So fucking donker raak. In elk geval, all right. So we've got Pondo and Trevor here on the Bravo flag. Yeah, yes, you can't fight against 3 oaks. No. Anyway, sorry, Jaco.
I think this game is pretty much coming towards an end here. With first at 488 tickets and VTRN at 308. At the moment, it's only C that is being contested, and I don't think there's enough time for VTRN to unfortunately pull back from this. It's just too close. So I think first we'll take the second map, and therefore the first full game as well.
Correct. So looking at 1 point to go, there we have it. The game is over. The first platoon, congratulations, 3 points for them, and unfortunately 0 points for the VTRN guys. But both teams played a hell of a game. It was very exciting to watch. If I can just give a few pointers, there is the guys who are sitting on those home flags should maybe be not as much, so you can have more guys pushing on the front lines with the next game. Yeah.
Look, I mean, final remarks. I think both teams played very well. I think in that first map, VTRN realized maybe a little bit too late that the guys are holding them up at the bridges, so they started flanking a little bit late. If they did that earlier, I think they could have pulled that one back. But obviously first took that one. Then on the second map, that was the map that first picked, so they were by default, they had a strategy, and they thought they would be stronger on that map. Again, VTRA not doing badly. They kept pushing back, kept getting back tickets, but in the end it was just not enough.
Yeah, so looking at if I look at, I'm on the website here, Jaco. So just looking at the fixtures for the rest of the week, I see today's the 23rd, so I see on the 24th we have OSB versus MAD, which is tomorrow. We've got who's this? MRU versus LGD, also 9 o'clock tomorrow. And we've on the 25th for Division 1, we've got AOV and Red and DPS and Wolf. So tomorrow, 2 games for Division 1, and Thursday 2 games for Division 1. Division 2, we have Lots versus S187. We've got MDK versus EMC. We've got PF versus Fuck You Mate. We've got ONB versus Geek. All of them tomorrow night. So there's going to be so far there's 6 games tomorrow night. And on the 25th, we've got DI versus SNLV. And I don't actually think that is confirmed yet, because I looked on Discord earlier and it wasn't confirmed.
Yeah. So guys, just in terms of that, I mean, you can see the website up now, and I was trying to scroll as Scully was reading through the website at a tremendous speed. But if you did see the post today, the website has been updated with all relevant information, so you can also go and check out the standings table, which is updated once a week from the different teams and the different scores. You can see the fixtures on there, you can see the results, the event list, also read a bit about the teams, and the rules are there as well. So I mean, if you have an opportunity, go and visit the website. That's at clanwars.battlebros.co.za and you will find it there. Of course, you will see the next match is a Division 2 match. That's Lots versus Section 187, and that is in 10 hours and 30 minutes from now. So, go and have a look at the countdown clock there.
Yeah, if we can just go back to the fixtures there. If I look at the Division 3, you'll see that there's only 3 teams participating this week.
Yes.
And the reason that it's showing only 3 teams is because the other teams haven't confirmed their dates yet.
Correct.
So what I've actually done is, because I know that DI and SNLV have not confirmed their dates yet. So that's just the date that I've put in order to populate the website. So from next week, if you go in here under these fixtures for the different divisions and you don't see your team on there with a specific date and time, that means that one of your representatives has not given us the date and time for the games yet. So that's a perfect example now if you look at Division 3, because Division 3 should have 4 games running, correct?
5.
Division 3, 5.
No, you're right, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 4 games. So now we can see that there's only 3 games listed so far for this week, which means that there's 2 teams that haven't confirmed yet.
Yeah.
So from next week, both these, or all 3 these divisions will be like that, because as soon as we record the scores, then they are removed from here and it moves over to the results page automatically.
Correct.
And then a space is open for the new guys, or the new for the next week, to add their dates. So if on a Monday you come here and there's nothing on there, you know who to blame. It's not me. Don't call Scully, call your clan leader and tell him, hey bro, why are we not on the website? Because that'll be the only reason why it's not there, because they haven't given it through. So whoever's missing here in Division 3, please go and update. Use the link, update your dates, confirm with the guy, with the other clan that you're playing with, and then just click on the link and get the administration done. I know it's a tedious task, but we're all in the same boat here when it comes to this. And this is a very good reference point for us to refer back to see what's happening within the league. So we do need you guys' participation on this matter, please. We can't run around and ask for these things all the time.
Excellent. So guys, just to confirm the final score then, if I go back to the game screen, the score is 2-0, 2 for first, 0 for VTRN. That does mean 3 points for the first team, 1 of course for each map, and 1 for then winning the game. VTRN unfortunately walks away with 0. From a scoring perspective, these scores, while we record them now, they will only be updated once a week on the website. So if you want to go and check the standings, please do so once a week after all the matches have been played, and then of course you can get that directly on the site as well. So
from past experience, we've seen that the guys only really start playing like from a Wednesday to a Thursday, but that's where the majority of the games will be played. Like what we've seen now on the 24th, which is tomorrow, they will have like between 6 to 8 teams that's going to participate and play. But the guys only have from Monday to Thursday to play, and we will only make exception to the rule only certain cases for the guys to maybe play on a weekend or so on. But the reason for that is so we can get all the administration done, get the points in, get everything on the website on a Friday, and then when the new week starts on a Monday, we're ready to go. Yeah. And that's the only reason that we're doing this. We're trying to fit in everything that we need to do with regards to this league from Monday to Friday, so that we don't have anything, give the guys a bit of a rest over the weekend to spend time with their families and so on.
Yeah. So guys, from our side, I think that's what we had for tonight. We are going to wrap it up, but the Battle Bros will be back again tomorrow night with Dutch. Dutch, I think, will be streaming the Mad game that's happening.
Yes.
So that will be back on the stream as well. But for tonight, I'm Yakasar for Battle Bros. See you guys on the battlefield.
Yeah, thanks. Good commentating with you again, Yaku, and to everybody that tuned in to watch the stream with us. And for the first 15 minutes, we were only stuck with me solo here. I apologize for that on behalf of Yaku, who likes his mute button. We'll see you on the battlefield. Check you on Discord. See you on Facebook. Stay safe. Keep well. See you on the battlefield.